Hello everyone, I'm Jeneline Binsolan, reporter number 4 of Group 2. So our topic is about gender discrimination and inequality at home, in school, and in prayer groups. So as a continuation of the last reporter, our topic is about the examples of gender discrimination and gender inequalities at home. So now, we will tackle about the gender inequality at home. So first is unequal inheritance rights. So in many cultures, males often receives a larger share of inheritance compared to female, perpetuating financial disparities between genders. So this means that males inherit a larger share of family wealth, leaving females with little or none. So this practice limits women's financial independence and power, maintaining economic inequality. So unequal inheritance laws and traditions reinforce the idea that men are more deserving of wealth and property than women. So next is about the limited educational opportunities. So families might prioritize education for sons over daughters, limiting girls' access to quality education and perpetuating gender-based educational disparity. So this means that some families still believe that investing in the education of sons is more valuable than that of daughters. So as a result, many girls miss out on school or receive lower quality education. This limits their future opportunities and keeps gender inequality in education alive. So third is about the unequal access to healthcare. So some families may prioritize healthcare for one gender over another, leading to unequal health outcomes and perpetuating gender-based health disparities. So this means that in certain families or communities, one gender is prioritized when it comes to receiving medical attention or resources. So this leads to health disparities where women and girls may suffer from preventable illnesses due to lack of care. And lastly is an expectation for career choices. So families might encourage sons to pursue high-paying careers while directing daughters towards traditionally female-dominated fields, contributing to occupational segregation and perpetuating inequality in the workforce. So this means that cultural beliefs often push men toward high-paying professions and women into caregiving or low-paying jobs. So bias siya kay it limits women's career growth and reinforces occupational segregation. So when society undervalues women's work, it reduces their income potential and contributes to long-term gender inequality in the workforce and leadership roles. So overall, these practices reinforce gender inequality by limiting women's opportunities, independence, and social status compared to men. So I hope you understand. Again, this is Jeneline Binsolan, your 4th reporter in Group 2. Thank you and God bless.